Good evening, people. Sorry, I am slightly late. Respect Stephen for getting that message out there. Man, London traffic, even at 10 o'clock. I'm mightily surprised to see the game is still at 1-1. I get home and Villarreal are drawing 1-1 Man United, people. We're in extra time, so we're obviously going to see out a little bit of this. Let me know who's with me. There's not millions of Arsenal news today. I was going to take a look at the England squad, but I'm not really caring about it. I think there's more time to talk about England when they whittle down the squad, basically. When they get it down to the 23 or to the 26, so it's going to be for these tournaments. And that's another thing about this tournament. There's going to be 3 players that are going to be I feel so flustered. I've had to run upstairs, do my whole ninja routine. I've got no Zoots roll. Actually, I need to go to the shop and get Rizla. But anyway, I've got one little half a Zoot here. So good evening to everyone. Sorry I was late. How surprising. Villarreal 1, Man United 1. Extra time being played, people. Go on. Interesting facts of tonight's game. Obviously, we know there was no Harry Maguire, but David De Gea was picked in goal. And David De Gea was picked in goal. And wow, sorry, my father's just giving it. I walked in the door. But yeah, it doesn't seem to have mattered. Boy, I did see the Villarreal goal, but anyway, never mind. I had to pop out. Guys, who's with me? What's going on? What's going on, Linda? Kamala. Oi, my brother. Kamala. 1-1 here, Man United, Villarreal. What do you think? I'm going to jump into a little bit of Arsenal news. Mate, listen, it seems to be a toss-up here. We're linked with 3 main attacking midfielders. Kamala, I'm going to ask you, number 1. Would you rather us sacrifice between 20 and 30 mil on Osama 35 to 40 mil on Emi Buendia, who you know I'm not really feeling? Or, again, we've heard already, Barcelona already sell a lot of people, and Coutinho is available for around 50, so we hear. Who would be the one you would choose out of that crop? 30 Awar, 40 Buendia, 50 Coutinho. What you can guarantee of Coutinho, I suppose, at that 50 is he has played Premier League football. He's done it a lot more successfully than Emi Buendia. Buendia, brilliant player in the Championship. Sorry, keep an eye on the Man United game. And as for Osama Aouar, kind of lost his place to Lucas de Cuenta in France last year. And at the end of the day, it's just France he plays in. So, guys, I'm already worried about Arsenal's business. I'm thinking we're going to try this Primark level again. Do you know what? Just keep Willett, keep Smith Rowe, just play kids. If we're not going to buy decent football, just play kids, man. Fuck this. But anyway, 30 million Osama Aouar has been linked with Arsenal again today. Emi Buendia, we all know who he is. The Championship's big gunning midfielder, 24 years old, Argentinian. Camavinga, apparently he wants to stay in France. This is a guy, Camavinga wants to stay in France. PSG, though, have been linked and will probably nick that deal of us. We were linked with Camavinga kind of hard. How annoying, guys. How annoying. Villa have interestingly been linked with Buendia. Do they know something we don't? Perhaps is Jack Grealish going to be available in the summer? And I don't mean available for Arsenal, but is he going to be available for a Man City, Liverpool, Man United, etc.? But Buendia linked with Arsenal and Man United mainly, they're the 2 teams. Marseille want Guendouzi. No one's sure if it's for cash, loan. It's like, well, fuck me. Like, give us some money for the guy or allow it. That's the first time of extra time done, by the way. 15 more minutes and then the dreaded penalty shootout, which I'm fucking bang on looking forward to. Come on, Emre. Apparently, it's £40 million to get Camavinga. Now, there is conflicting stories. Jesus, blast from the past. What's going on, my G? Good to see you. Sorry, let me just finish this. 40 million, Camavinga again. PSG, Arsenal. Arsenal now, I'm not really sure about this guy. Guys, you know I never lie. Who is Edmond Topsova? RB Leipzig defender? £40 million release clause? Man, come on. Where did this guy come from? They've had Kanate, Upamecano. I never heard of this guy. Actually, no, sorry. Yeah, I know I fucked up there. Well, look, Arsenal will accept 30 million. Gooners, what do you think? Coutinho linked with Arsenal, 50 million. And the 19-year-old Slavia Prague forward, Abdullah Sima, apparently has issued one of them special come and get me please to Arsenal. If my memory serves me right, I remember when Yakib was on here last time, I think he might have been talking about, he was talking about that other striker. Oh, who was it? Patson Dakar, I do believe. If my memory. Bro, here's what I think. It's hopefully you'll agree, or we'll see if you agree. Mate, I would rather, and I know Willock is more of a number 8, but I would have Willock battle in the midfield and battling Smith Rowe to be the number 10 next season if we're only going to buy a Buendia or a Osamoah. Don't get it twisted. If we could have Grealish, then I want to be number 10. You sell Willock immediately. You keep Smith Rowe as your backup and try and nurture him, etc., etc. But for me, mate, if we're trying to bring a Norwich City guy to the team, I'd rather keep 7 and 7 Premier League goals Willock and just roll with him next season. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, the jury's still out for me. If we're going to buy a quality number 10, then yeah, I understand. We've got to sell the guy. What do you think of New Top, by the way? I understand we've got to sell the guy. The cannon is back. But I can't see us going top shelf, mate. And we need that top shelf number 10 because we've got two reasonable players as in Smith Rowe and Willock who probably could play the number 10. And yes, Willock is more of a number 8, so no one jump on my back for that. But I'm saying if push comes to shove, he has just scored 7 in 7. Yeah, bro, I told you, bro, my memory's good, isn't it? I have been looking at him. He's got another, I think, is it 27, 28 goals this season? I've just never properly seen the guy live, my brother. I've seen all his stats. They look impressive, but I'm not a big stats guy. I'm sure you probably guessed that because I never go into people's stats unless I'm cussing someone like Emi Buenela. Do you know what I mean? And his stats, oh my God, someone jumped down my throat on Twitter because I said I think it was 1 goal and I said 3 assists. It was 1 goal and 5 or 6 assists. Congratulations, Emi. Do you know what I mean? But there's people at Norwich I'd rather take a look at. They've got that little blonde kid, that midfielder. He's pretty good. Obviously, Max Aaron's is a fucking decent baller. You got lots of likes today. Must be popular. Like some way, Linda. And bro, I told you, Phil, I've never been in the bandwagon. Nah, mate, I was surprised drop. So I'd consider it, but that's the thing, bro. He didn't. I would consider it as well. And let me be real. I'd probably take a while at 30 mil over than Bueneda, 40 mil. But you kind of did look. Go check his stats for me if you would. If you'd be such a gentleman, check his stats for last season, bro. I don't think Osamoah's stats from last season, bro, are anything to shout home about. He kind of lost his place to Lucas Paqueta. Oh wow. Let's have a look at this, brother. Osamoah, Korea. Oh, it's been all inconclusive for me. Brother, would you be such a gentleman and someone tell me a wild stats from last season? Wow. That's quite funny. But yeah, Osamoah, I think his potential, bro. I haven't seen the France squad in full. Did he even make the squad? Sometimes you get ideas of how good people are. That's actually interesting. I've got to go and check the Portugal squad, the France squad. I've actually got to go and take a look at all the squads before the Euros. The England team is just too big at the moment. What is it, 33 players? I don't really want to get into it. I'm not the most patriotic of Buna. And what can I actually say? Absolutely shit. There you go. So I think that's that conclusively done. Osamoah, the shit season. Do you know what I mean? Shouts out to everyone. Hazard, Easy, Yaqib, Linda, Kamala so far. Shouts out to all the real ones on the channel. Shouts out to the gentleman Mo that I met. I hope we do work with each other's brothers soon. And yeah, of course, never forgetting the hashtag Free Palestine, innit? Like, real talk people. Get on the protesting for that as well. It ain't just about protesting for Arsenal. How long before penalties? About 10 minutes ago. That's what, really 13. Our stats weren't good, so he's only 22. They made the Champions League semis a year ago. Hold on, a year ago. And same with Iceberg. And yeah, in Kuku. 2 guys are like a lot. I hear that. That in Kuku, we could have got for 13 million on the Emre. Emre did signal that guy up pretty quickly as a signing. He did one. He made that clear after he left. He said, like, obviously when he wanted expensive players, he was getting blocked. When he wanted even the 13 million pound player, he suggested he got blocked. I think that was in Kuku. Woo, Rashford almost got through. But I hear you, bros. And if it is like 25, 30 million, because obviously, bros, they can't afford, Lyon can't be affording to, or Leon rather, to be having all kinds of midfielders everywhere and blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, mate, obviously, do you know what I mean? They weren't even the team that won the league this season when PSG fucked up. Do you know what I mean? So you got to ask yourself, what is going on in France? Like, because these guys had still had Depay, Aouar, Paqueta. They let Dembele go on loan for some reason. Yeah, Jonathan David was another guy we were linked with, bros. You almost seem to Renato Sanchez and Samari. Yes. Right. Perhaps have you heard? Apparently Samari could be going to Leicester for like 18 million. Yeah? Remember you heard it from me, brother. Buying players who are playing Prem now. Raid Wolves, Leeds, Villa. I don't think Wolves will be able to be raided. They are going to get another Portuguese manager. They've got their little plan. They know exactly what they're doing. Leeds, possibly. I think you said Dallas was a good player months ago to me, bro. And I've actually noticed he is quite a fucking good footballer. Renato Sanchez, we see him in the Premier League. He looked really bad at Swansea. He's kind of rebuilding his career in France. But again, France is not the most trusted league for me in the world. I don't think I'm being negative on that, brother. But I do like him. Somewhere for 18, I'd pay 25 and stealing. You done though, brother. And you know what? Leicester are smart, bros, because they must feel that someone's going to snatch Ndidi sooner or later. And that will be a guy. Just like when they had N'Golo and Kante, then they brought Ndidi. Ndidi will go and flap his wings soon, bro. Do you know what I mean? And when Ndidi flaps those wings, they will have someone like a Samari in. We let them go and get Sonosu. We could have got him for 17, 18 million pounds. They ended up wrapping the deal up for like 18 and a half, 19 million. But Kamala, again, I know you said you'd go for the Ivan Toney. Who's your number one right back target, brother? I don't think Hakimi is very gettable, so we're going to try and drop that one out. It's going to be too much money, like, do you know what I mean? If Fabrizio Romano is correct and to be believed, Arsenal have pulled out of the race for Basuma and let Liverpool win. Make of that what you will. He did. Ben White. He certainly did. I know you're talking about Ben White there. I told you people, like, Ben White is a decent footballer. I'm not saying he's the best centre-back on God's green earth, but there's that sort of lack that we're lacking. You know what I mean? We've tried the Koscielny. We've tried 34 million, Mustafi. Oh, Villarreal. We've tried all sorts at centre-half. Do you know what I mean? I do want to see Saliba given a fair chance, but I would sell a Rob Holding and try and get anything that you can for him, 15 million, and go and put another 15 on top and try and talk to Brighton and get Ben White. I think Ben White and Basuma at Arsenal for like 60, 70 million would be a brilliant piece of business, and they're still. We could even make it up to 90 million and try and get Lamptey as well. This is crazy. But bro, the guys I named, you are young. Give them a year or two, like Pepe, and they'll come. Yeah, and I wasn't disrespecting what it is. Sanchez has been around already. So hold on. I like Sanchez. So hold on. Don't ever have got me for being rude there. So let's go back to your players. Samari, I 100% agree with, bruv. He had a quiet season. He broke up a couple of years ago, went quiet. Now he's finding his way again. So yes, Samari, I will take that gamble on, most definitely, bruv. I prefer Kameninga though. He's been a regular in the Rennes team since he was 16. He's 18. I think he's only got 12, 18 months in his contract. Oh, Villarreal. Go on. Oh, you flop fuckers. Where's Chekwueze today? Is he injured? Hold on. Right, so for Renato Sanchez, bruv, load of talent. And I'm talking about when Portugal won the Euros basically 4 years ago. Renato Sanchez was doing bits in that team, mate. So I do know my football, and yeah, I know he wasn't biting at me. I just reckon Arsenal now need something very immediate. Even down to Jonathan David, he kind of, I don't know again how many goals he scored factually, but I know Yilmaz kind of took his place towards the end of the season. And France, bro, I'm just scared of buying people from France sometimes. Do you know what I mean? I really am. So I like all the players you mentioned. Jonathan David, yeah, why not? I'd have him as a Lacazette replacement. I actually would. Samari, definitely. Sanchez, yeah, it'd have to be the right price, man. He looked a little bit ignorant at times for me at Swansea. Do you know what I mean? And most definitely. And yeah, the difference between Pepe and these guys is Pepe was. Yeah, Ben White is the name you're looking for, Linda. Yeah, bro. But this is the thing, bro. If we haven't got millions and millions and millions to spend, and this guy really has only got a year left on his deal, you kind of, with all respect, I know Arsenal's still Arsenal, we're a big club, but you kind of guarantee him that kind of first team place. You're going to be next to party, bro. Do you know what I mean? With perhaps one other midfielder, just to, you know what I mean, or two other central midfielders, you're an Elneny and someone else. I'd like it to be Guendouzi, but he ain't coming back. But do you know what I mean? When we're really light in central midfield, with Ceballos going, Odegaard going, bro, like, look at it. Who have we got? Partey, Elneny, Xhaka. And we've had 5 years of Xhaka. I really want to see the end of this, guys. Do you know what I mean? We've seen 7, 8 years of Bellerin. I need to see the end of this. Linda's gone for her exercise. Please get a like on the video before you go. Everyone do get a like on the video. Subscribe if anyone happens to be new. And Linda, you may as well wait 6 minutes for the old penalty shootout. And but yeah, again, guys, like Arsenal need a host of players. We know we can't do it all. From Fulham, Rafael there from AC Milan, Ben White or Konsa. I haven't seen bundles of this Konsa, brother, but I know a lot of people are talking about him. The Fulham guy, again, mate, we've been linked with him. What's that? Sounds like Adebayo or something. Who? Rafael Leo from AC Milan. Haven't seen of AC Milan. Like, I haven't really seen Tomori, the Chelsea defender, on loan there. I have to admit, AC Milan. Italy isn't a league I watch massively, and when you do seem to flick onto BT Sports, it will be predominantly in Milan or Juventus they seem to be showing. Every time I seem to flick, do you know what I mean? We are connected with Gunda and Porto. I don't even know what's going on with this club. Yeah. And Puerto Torres, it seems to be, I think, again, I'm watching him tonight. Do you know what I mean? But even watching him against Arsenal, he doesn't seem that kind of. We need a right rough tackling defender. You know, Tony Adams, Keown. I know you don't get them any more these days. A Sol Campbell, someone that can sort of mix the rough with the smooth, mate. Van Dijk, do you know what I mean? When a game's getting sticky, Van Dijk can throw in a tackle, mate. Do you know what I mean? Harry Maguire, when it comes to it, the same. People like Dunk, the same. That's why I think an English centre back. Do you know what I mean? Ben White wouldn't be a bad shout at 23. Do you know what I mean? And he did have a season in the Championship with Leeds. He's had a season in the Premier League with Brighton. And Brighton do play good football. It isn't like he doesn't know how to play out. I've even watched Brighton reasonably closely. Like, they play out from the back a lot better than Arsenal do. I'll tell you that for nothing, guys. One of my best mates, Polish dude. He's a big AC man. I don't know what's going on. Okay. And hold on. When I was more working in the kitchen last year, there was a couple of Polish chefs, and they told me about a couple of people. It weren't the strikers in Italy. I think it was one brute hard midfielder. I ain't heard from him in a while. Do you know what I mean? But Italy's another place, guys. Again, it's such different leagues these days. Like, I'm not disrespecting it at all or saying it's easy, but like that guy at AC Milan, the Turkish international, Changola or whatever, I couldn't see him coming to the Premier League and smashing it. Their midfielder, Frank Kessie, is he really that class? I would like Donnarumma from them. They've just bought a goalkeeper from France today. I think it's from Lille for 12 million, AC Milan, interesting enough. So obviously, Donnarumma looks to be leaving them on a free. Like, why wouldn't Arsenal give him a little signing on fee and try and get that guy here? This goalkeeper could be your keeper for the next 15 years. Do you know what I mean? And we badly need a goalkeeper. And Donnarumma's on a free. But obviously the rumour is he wants to stay in Italy, and do you know what I mean? He'll go to Juve. Hence why we've been linked again with our old keeper, Wojciech Szczesny. Do you know what I mean? And that's another situation, guys. Like, we need a goalkeeper. Leno is seriously not good enough. Apparently we've already done a deal with Brighton to get Matt Ryan back. Like, I'm kind of worried about next season, and everyone was sort of like, no, everything will be fine next season. Maybe being out of Europe will be a blessing. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know, guys. Obviously, we know what happened to Chelsea when they were out of Europe. They won the league. We're not winning no league. But, yeah. Where do we go from here? And I'll tell you what, if this American Cronco does not invest money, because we're going to watch all the big teams around us spending money again. What was Arteta saying the other day on Sky? The points we had this year would have had you fifth last year, but the teams around us got better. Well, the teams, I'm afraid to say, Mikel, are going to get better again. Yeah, mate. Woodman's interesting. We were linked with him on a free years ago. Then they suddenly penned his deal. I haven't seen bundles of him, but obviously Swansea are in the Championship and blah, blah. So he probably isn't a worse shout. And I could see something typical going on, like them trying to get Willock for maybe 10, 15 million and giving us Freddie Woodman. Do you know what I mean? But I'm sure if Swansea did make it to the Premier League, they'll want to keep him. I have a feeling Brentford are going to make it this year. But interesting. But Donnarumma, mate, why are Arsenal Like the free transfers that come up, why are we never interested in them? Like, or going full out for them? Do you know what I mean? David Alaba. Again, apparently he's been an art wall, and you know what I mean? We've always heard it. You know what I mean? He's an Arsenal fan, even though apparently he's going with Real Madrid. But if you're an Arsenal fan, why don't we at least try him? Do you know what I mean? Why do we have to go for the Boatings or something? I didn't do the Dickhead 11, kind of forgot that night, man. But yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, what could Donnarumma, and he is called Della Money, but what could he honestly want a week, mate? Come on, we've had people like Ozil on 350 and that, you know what I mean? I'm sure he ain't asking for that. Maybe a decent signing on fee. And mate, yeah, how old is he? 21, 22? Do you know what I mean? That's a decent goalkeeper there. Do you know what I mean? Leno soon shits himself or he gets himself out of the club, do you know what I mean? One of the two. But even though, yeah, Donnarumma coming over from Italy, yeah, if he didn't have someone on his case, a decent number two, he could get too relaxed as well. Because that's what I mean with Arsenal players, bro. They get relaxed. The Aaron Ramsey, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jack Wilshere era, they all got relaxed because they were never going to be dropped and there wasn't mad amounts of competition. You know what I mean? Yep. Bertrand. You know what? I thought Bertrand, and I was even thinking maybe for the English quota, because if we did sell Nketiah, Willock, Maitland-Niles, obviously, do you know what I mean? And even Bellerin, remember, he actually counts as an English boy for us, do you know what I mean? Because obviously he's been here since he was 15, 16. So you have to remember the English quota, and I thought Bertrand could tick a box in that. That's probably why Chambers has got a new deal coming up, why Holding signed a new deal a couple of months ago. But then you got to wonder, why is no one from the youth? Like we're hearing as well, I don't know if you've read today, bro, but a lot of them guys, like the guy we got from Scandinavia, was it George something, the winger? They're all getting released this summer. I don't know, mate. Do you know what I mean? Where are all these people from the youth squad? Do you know what I mean? Why was Aziz never given a chance this season at all? Balogun signed his deal, was still never given no minutes. I think is my car still in one piece? Why would my car not be in one piece? Very strange comment. Yeah, so Bertrand, free left back. Mate, there's even that kid at Hibs, do you know what I mean? I think I've seen about 4 minutes of football of him, you know what I mean? But he was another one. I just see him crunching into a tackle and almost breaking someone's leg. I thought, oh yeah, give me a bit of that. I did a calculation, I'll share it with you. Others may help you figure it out. Go for it, brother. Oh, I got mugged off the driving lesson with my princess. More turned out till she slyly booked an appointment. I'm going to say it straight, with Car Giant in Wembley or past Wembley. Oh my god! She wanted to go and view cars. Man, it was like a day trip. It was like a day trip. John Jules, but what did he do? He got injured. Was he at Doncaster? Like, bro, when he went, I honestly, if I didn't up myself, I certainly. Oh, guys, we're going penalty shootouts, 120 minutes on the clock. I expected more than Doncaster, mate. Then we had a kid. What was it called? Is it Smith? He went on loan to the Championship, Swindon. He was doing all right, and then I think he changed clubs. I think then he went to Charlton. But realistically, when does any of these guys come through? You know what I mean? We've heard raving stories about Aziz, Balogun. If them two can't get or just get on the bench and not play any minutes, who else is ready to actually play football? Yeah, just keep an eye on this. Linda's off to watch the penalties. But who do you think from the youth, Kamala? If you had to promote 2 players from the youth next season, I only at this moment, at the top of my head, could think Aziz, Balogun. Like, why haven't we got a defender in the whole of the youth? Like, Zach Medley as well. What's going to happen to him? He's been in Scotland, Mavropanos, Germany. Daniel Ballard's been at Blackpool. He done well. Is Blackpool good enough level? Do you know what I mean? What do we do with those 3 centre halves? But yeah, guys, this looks like it's going penalties. If we kept Saliba, so let's just say, who's our centre halves at the moment? Mari, Holding, Gabriel, Mari Holding, Gabriel. Who else we got? Mari Holding, Gabriel, Saliba. Is that 4 defenders good enough? I know we'd love to get rid of a Rob Holding for a Ben White maybe. But is them 4 good enough? Gabriel, Holding, Mari, Saliba. Would you keep one of the young guys? What happened to Omar Rekik? Omar Rekik, would you keep another Panos?
Champions League final. It's nerve-wracking. Got to step up and just believe in yourself.
Hold on, can't possibly more than 10 the incoming. Right, mate. So now, do you see where we said minds think alike? Let me show you something on my pen and paper. Right, I done something very similar last night, yeah? Oh, my outgoings was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Would you believe it? I'll name them for you, yeah? Talk about great minds think alike. My outgoings was Bellerin 20 mil, Holding 50 mil, Willock 25 mil, Exaka 20 mil, Torreira, I thought only 5 mil, Willian 5 mil, Nathan Miles 15, Lacazette 20, Nelson 10 mil, yes, I know we'd be lucky, and Nketiah 20 mil. That makes 165 mil. If that was, McGuinness as well. And he's been, hold on, let's ask the man himself. Wasn't McGuinness at Ipswich? Because Dr. Greenthumb has just come into the place. So, mate, that's 10 players. Let me tell you how many I signed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aha. So I signed 7, but obviously, again, we know that ain't going to happen. Just take Grealish away. That ain't going to happen. But I'll tell you who I signed. Funny enough, we're talking about Woodman, Kamenenga, Bissouma, White, Aarons, and I went with Treansfer, the Villarreal winner. Interesting. So let me finish what you're going to say, yeah? Hold on, not finished. But again, homegrown quota. If you buy Max Aarons, he's English. Your other right back is English. Chambers. Tierney won't count, or the other left back. If you got Bertrand in, there's 3. Holding 4. Holding 4.
When you're United, you've got this position. Is there an element of just not allowing yourself to feel like this is a difficult?
Let me see on my list here. Balogun, Aziz, Smith Rowe. I've signed Ben White here. Chambers, Aarons, Woodman. So I had my 8 in here. So sorry not to bore you lot, but I had my 8. And let's just see. Please share it, bro. I can't write my way here on the chat, mate. Hold on. I will. Sorry, let me just see what I missed. Please share. All right, it's pinned on there now. If that's what you mean. So hold on. I think was me and you on the same wavelength there on sort of what we were thinking, getting rid of a lot of these fuckers. So back to you, and please share it, bro. Yeah, most definitely.
One team right now on the countries are probably still sway from Manchester United. They've lost 5 of their last 6 games. I didn't know that before I took them. But no, I'm still going to go Man United. I fancy Man United. Experience, penalty takers in the
What? You are joking. I had to just take that in slowly. You don't trust any journal, especially for the... Why? How do you know this, brother? I've got him on WhatsApp. I think he's a bit more genuine than that. He ain't getting a story from you. He making a story on himself. Wow.
This is a long walk, by the way. Yeah. This is a long walk.
Willock scored pretty much the same as Huber. That's embarrassing. Got his payday and been shy since. So is he worth one last chance? Just as a central striker next season, we bring in a winner like a Treansfer, even a Wilfred Zaha, Woodman, Bertrand, Holding, White, Chambers, Aarons, Willock, Reese. So I think mine was the exact same. Mine was Woodman, Bertrand. I sold Holding for White, Chambers, Aarons, and I had Smith Rowe, who you've forgotten, and Balogun. Hold on, as in the guesses. Hold on. No, he was talking about the guy that you had on loan from us, McGuinness. Yeah, mate, but that's not a bad shout. What does everyone else think of that? I would like to get rid of Holding if we're going to bring in Ben White, because Ben White, Gabriel, Mari, Saliba, and one of the young boys, No, we're just talking about some of our loan players. Is any of them going to stay in the team? Well, and Kamala said about McGuinness, and I think McGuinness was on loan at your club, wasn't he? Right, and you hold on, you're making me miss the penalty shootout. Villarreal just scored. Was that the first penalty? And what makes you know about Carlo, brother? I know, lucky. Exactly, mate. And I'm done with all the second chances, to be honest with you as well. Holden can go for me. Chambers is going to get a new deal, mate, and that might be the whole English quota what me and Yakib are getting into. And Elneny, well, we've got no central midfielders at the moment, so we have to be careful, mate. We've only got Thomas Partey and Xhaka at the club with central midfielders. Juan Mata stepping up in the corner. Is that 1-1 there? I just see Villarreal score one, so let's just check this penalty shootout, guys. Please get a like on the video. But did McGuinness do any good bits for you at Ipswich, mate? I think I saw him score a couple of times. Would you definitely mean Carlo, yeah? I just got to look what Dr. Green from set up here. What did he say? You don't trust any journalists, especially Carlo. Yo, don't. Oh, I heard that. Damn. I hear that. 2-1 Villarreal. I did this because it's most practical in terms of our spending. We bring the Suma, either Awar or Grenada or Odegaard. And Kuku. That's 2. Woodman, Bertrand, White, Aaron makes it 6. McGuinness, wasn't he on loan at your club last season? He was on loan at Ipswich, no, guys. Where was McGuinness last year? I swear it was Ipswich. Didn't you have an Arsenal defender on loan? Oh my God, McGuinness. What the fuck was his first name, Kamala? Excuse me, wind up. You, doctor, come on, you must know. I swear he was at Ipswich. Where was he, Kamala? Craig McGuinness, Scott McGuinness. No, I'm guessing. Tellers has just scored though. Yeah, but Kamala, we're going to need central midfielders. He's not even bringing Guendouzi back, so there's an alarm bell, which makes me think Xhaka's staying. Mark, there you go. Dr. Greenfield, he must be on a wind up. Mark McGuinness, I swear he was at Ipswich. Come on, Villarreal. Oh, it's just in. Yeah, he was, didn't he? How did he do? How did he do? Did he look decent? Would you take him back there next season? And was he pretty much consistent? Yeah, mate, hold on. I basically spent 100 mil though, but that was with Grealish. Take away Grealish, I've spent 20 mil, mate. So I think we're on a similar wavelength. Basically, I bought Basuma White 70 mil, Aaron's 30 mil, that's straight up to 100. I reckon Chukwueze would cost about 60 mil. Kameninga I put at 35, and Woodman I put at 10. Wow, Nathan Miles went to Ipswich. I didn't even know that myself. Yeah, but yeah, he was sent off packing to West Brom, and I reckon that'll be another guy that we'll probably try and cash in on, which was a little bit of the topic. If we're selling Nketiah, Willock, Nathan Miles, it's obviously about the English quota, hence why people like Holden and Chambers are probably getting new deals at the club. And we've got a bunch of these young, look, McGuinness, centre-half, Zach Medley, centre-half, Mavropanos, centre-half, Omar Rekik, centre-half. That's 4. Is any of these young kids ever going to make the grade? 4-3 Villarreal penalties. Yes, I thought that as well. And the rumour is he wants to stay in France, yeah? But surely he's 18. You tell him you're going to be like Fabregas. We're going to play you. We play Fabregas from 18. You've got to sell him the club, mate. We're changing. We're turning the corner. You and Thomas Partey in the midfield. Like, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Marcus Rashford steps up to the spot, guys. 4-4. Like, you got to ask yourself, like, Jack Grealish, if he was to leave with Emi Buendia possibly going to Villa, has been suggested today, where would he be going? If rumours are to be believed, I think Man City might be putting their eggs in the Harry Kane basket. Man United, they've been linked with Sancho. They want a centre half apparently. They can't get Sancho, Grealish, everyone in the world, surely. Do you know what I mean? I'm just wondering our angle, guys. But Kameninga, Kamala, you have to sell in the club. You're going to be a first-team player. Who else have we got in central midfield? You sell Xhaka, then we've only got El Neni and Party left. Literally. Ooh, 5-4 penalty kick. Last pressure penalty for Man U. Interesting. I forgot about them. They're losing Wijnaldum. Trent Grealish would, yeah, he's that type of. They're gonna have to change something in that front three, front four, I suppose. They don't really play with an attacking midfielder. They play usually with three strong midfielders and they're three reliable: Mane, Firmino, and Salah. Could Grealish go as a part of the front three on the left or the right? You'd like to think not, because obviously Sancho is going to cost 80, 90. Cavani, 5-5. Fuck me. But Liverpool are going to have money. The Henry family has said it. We know Man United, the Glazer family has said they've got money. Well, that's a shame. Imagine if we spent 40 million on Buendia. How much does it cost to get this guy? I know obviously 80 is double money and a lot more, but mate, I'd rather keep the 40. Or you've got to then try and say, listen, we'll give you 40 as a down payment or owe you 40. Pepe style. Do you know what I mean? Get it on tick, you know what I mean? Got to do something, mate. Emi Buendia, 6'5". Emi Buendia ain't the one thing, mate. Osama is a never risk signing, mate. Again, let's be realistic. At least Willock has got 7-7 at Newcastle. Smith Rowe has played Premier League football. Is Osama pound for pound better than Smith Rowe? That's why for me it's got to be someone good. Fading number 10, just leaving Jack Grealish there, Smith Rowe there. You've got to get yourself a proper goal scoring midfielder. So you've got three winger, sorry. So you've got three. I know I'm watching this game. I'm fucking things up. Let me just see this penalty. Fred. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah. So sorry, where was I? You need a really good winger. Treansfer. Would Zaha be good enough? Eden Hazard's available. The room is he'll go Chelsea. Sancho, Man U. RBL. Call as you like. Not a missed penalty so far, guys. Who's with me, people? Give it a like on the video. Do subscribe if you're new. I think Jack Grealish would make sense for Arsenal, mate. At Man City, he'd have to go in and perform immediately. Not saying Arsenal he wouldn't, but you know how it goes. Would he get that same freedom at Man City? Fuck me. Liverpool don't really play like that. They seem to play with three strong midfielders, but they might have to change that now. They've got Fabinho, Milner's getting on, Wijnaldum's leaving. Would you take GG Wijnaldum, anyone? On a free. Is that a 25-man squad, Joe? Oh my God, it's Coquelin, don't it? Coquelin scores. That's not bad. I wouldn't keep Laka. Saka, Martin. See, the way I'd see it is my next season, I would go into the season as well. I'd sacrifice Laka, and I'd go in with Uber, Balogun, and Martinelli as my three strikers. But Martinelli being an out-and-out striker now, we still need to buy a winger. So then, mate, as I say, we've got to then do what me and you said. We've got to sell. If we sold them 10 players we're saying, got 150, 160 mil for them, why can't we get one marquee signing? Exactly, and another free transfer. Oh, Shaw done his best to miss that. How many centre halves should I there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think one of them would have to give Mario Holding, but I'd like that. I'd like Gabriel and Mari as your two left-footed central defenders, and Saliba and Ben White as your two right-footed central defenders. And it's pretty much the same as mine, mate. Mine just didn't have Laka. I just did go for the Grealish. I went for the marquee signing. Realistic or not. Mate, do this maths with me. Better it and tell me if you think I've overpriced any of these players. Let's just see this penalty. Villarreal scored. Mate, Bellerin 20 mil. Holding 15. Willock 30, let's say. Exaka 20. Torreira 5. Willian 5. Nathan Miles 15. Lacazette 20. Nelson 10. And Ketia 20. That makes £160 million. Now, mate, there's £160 million you've got to spend.
Look at the crowd.
Imagine if the American gave us 100 million to spend, that would be 260. With 260, you can get a lot of footballers, bros. If you gave us 75 million to spend, it wouldn't be the worst. You could still make yourself, I think, a top 14. But nice one today. Wicked comments today. Wicked. I can't believe how long this penalty shootout's going on for.
Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent.
So yeah, basically I just took away Holding, I took away Willock. Because remember Balogun and Max Aarons do count. In the English quota, Woodman would count, he's English. Chambers English, Aziz English, and Saka English. Torres, the guy we're talking about. Brilliant penalty. Brilliant penalty. Come on, Emre. Come on, Villarreal.
Open his body up, side puts it into the top corner. Look at that.
What's this like? 8-7 or something? This is madness.
For Manchester United, it's 10-9.
It's 10-9.
Lindelof, yeah.
Lindelof steps up.
Lindelof. You can't afford. You have to take a penalty kick.
Oh my God, it's got in. It's 10-10. My God, it's 10-10. This is relentless. This is unreal. Guys, get a like on this video.
Too much power on it. Oh, it's the goalkeeper.
Only the Rizla.
Wow.
I forget it. I was going to go and start trying to build up a zoo. Right, it's goalkeeper's time.
They haven't saved any. They've got the chance to score one now.
Man, I'm so sorry about that. The internet box, yes, look, I'll show it to you. Just dropped off the wall. I don't know what even I was trying to do. And Villarreal have won the Europa League. The board, hold on, what was this? The board can surely manage 75 million. This will not replace too many of our squad members. I'm sure I'm enough homegrown players. But mate, Lacazette, I swear, would be the first two I'd be getting rid of, mate. We've had seasons and seasons of them, you know. Oh my God, guys, who's with me? Just give me a quick spot check. I don't believe that. My big apologies. I don't know what happened there. I just fucked that right. I'll have to put that back on the wall.
Experience of Emery, the way he set his team up, they nullified Manchester United. They made Man United today look quite too
totally horrible. Oh my God.
Job done, and credit to Unai Emery and his team. 4 trophies, four Europa League titles. Got to be sniffed at that. How do you reflect on that? Obviously disappointing night.
Oh mate, I don't know just what has that guy done there. But anyway, David De Gea has missed a penalty. Brilliant stuff. Where have I gone? This covers everything. I'll tell you, might be considering just I doubt we'll go for white, but rather tossing as well. Yeah, and I think that would be the cheaper thing. Or maybe he's got to trust in Mari, Holding, Gabriel, and Saliba to do the job, mate. Do you know what I mean? We have to. Ha ha ha! I don't believe it. Villarreal, shouts out to you. I won the Europa League. Man, Emery. Deemed not good enough for the Arsenal job, winning the Europa League again, yeah? My phone's giving it. What's this saying here?
He didn't look like taking a penalty. He got a little bit lucky with Luke Shaw's penalty as well. So, yeah, it's difficult now. Difficult night to take, but as we all said, give Villarreal credit. Yeah, absolutely. Because they continue their celebrations along with the 2,000 odd fans who've...
Anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here in a moment. 50 minutes in. I think I just lost everyone by dropping the box. I know, I'm not even lift the box back up. Shouts out to you, Salito. Anything else to say before I do get out of the way? And do you think 75 mil would be enough?
The amount of times he keeps winning there. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable. To do that 3 times just to be, as Stolzy said, they were underdogs today. And you found a way to get the job done. Look, they defensively, they were pretty sound. United won at their best.
Yeah. So sorry, mate. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The one marquee signing, then you can have your 30 millions on your Ben Whites, your Aarons. If you do so Zaka, then we get 40 million for sure, over 50 million of wages. Surely get Reece or Willock. Yeah, mate. Or Grealish. That's what I'm saying, mate. As I said, one last time. Arsenal can live life, in my opinion, without all of these players. Bellerin, Holding, Willock, Zaka, Correa, Willian, Nathan Miles, Lacazette, Nelson, and Nketiah. Excuse me, and in that list, I didn't even sell fucking Guendouzi, who we all know is going to be sold. Do you know what I mean? And he will be sold. But guys, I need to get out. I have to roll a zoo, and I've got no Rizzler in the house. Shouts out to you all. Shouts out to Villarreal, man. The man not deemed good enough for the Arsenal job. Shouts out to the younger brother of Dan Bailey, Luke. Man, how is the true blue tattoo? How is Ireland, man? Seriously, might have to get over one of these years. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, mate. Definitely pray for Arsenal, Linda. If we do so, yeah, I think you can get 20 million each on them, 40 million, as you say, wages for Willian, wages for Louise off the bill. If we can get them gone. Would you give Willian away? Do you think Arsenal do the typical Arsenal and try and squeeze 5 million from a potential buyer into Miami or a Chelsea, if that could ever be true? But shouts out to Dan Bailey, True Blue Tattoo, and I think it was brother Luke. Yes. And to my younger brother Luke, little brother Luke, what's going on? I hope you're a gooner, mate. I know older brothers are Man United fan, isn't he? But as I do remember, he is surrounded by gooners, the missus and father-in-law. But shouts out to all the island crew. And I'd love some artwork. Guys, I'm here looking around like, oh, I don't smoke cigarettes, so I can't do that. Don Emery does it again, you know, innit? A shame, the only place he couldn't win the fucking Europa League was at Arsenal. Unbelievable, innit? Any other team, if it wasn't fucking Chelsea, eh? If it wasn't fucking Chelsea. Yeah, tell me about it. Money and prayers.
We just don't want to be on the losing side.
Exactly, mate. His wages are unbelievable. And I think he must have had some playing time enrolled in his fucking deal. Excuse me, because this guy was undroppable for the first 20 games of his Arsenal career, which I did find fucking amazing. But on that, guys, I'm going to keep it moving. Shouts out to you all. Shouts out to Linda, Yakib, Dan, Bailey, and Luke, of course. Linda's bored and going to bed. But guys, on that note, I'm going to keep it moving. All we can do is honestly pray for Arsenal. Tomorrow, Yakib, do try and lock in. I'll be back with a little look at the England team, even though I'm not the most patriotic. And I want to have a little review of the season, mate. So that should be interesting. Oh, yes. Good evening. How are you, Long Burkham? How are you, brother? Same with Colo. That says 5 mil. Yeah, mate. There's money to be made in this squad, mate. You know what I mean? Mavapamos could be another one you get money for. Do you know what I mean? I named 4 centre-backs. I mean, Omar Rekic, Ballard, Zach Medley. What's going to happen with all these young centre-backs? Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of a madness, mate. It's a bit of a fucking madness. Guys, if you keep me here longer, I'm going to have to roll a zoo with a blue Rizzler. And that's like blasphemous. I don't like blue Rizzlers. John Burkamp, we're basically talking about today of basically ripping this squad apart. Well, so me and Yakib was selling everyone. Bellerin and Xhaka, Willock, Nathan Miles, Holding, I can't remember, blah, blah. We made about 150, 160 mil, and then we went around spending it on the Dasumas, Ben Whites, Max Aarons of the world. Don't know if you've got anything to add on that, my brother. Excuse me. How? Honestly, I've not got no decent Rizzler in the house. And even Roach. How unprofessional from Danny AFC TV today. I totally agree with what we're thinking the same shit, basically. Yeah, mate. And it makes you wonder, like, because they always say it's easy for fans to say this, but this Arsenal job, is it fucking rocket science? Like, people moving in for people. AC Milan know they're losing their keeper, like we were discussing, Donnarumma. They've went out and bought a keeper today for 12 million. From Lille, I think, in France. West Ham have already got one guy from Reading. They're looking at a German midfielder. I know they're saying billions and billions of pounds worth of money, but I'm just saying teams will move early. Why does it always feel like Arsenal won't move early, Thomas Partey style? Why does it always feel like we must sell people before we come buy? Do you know what I mean? I'm fed up with that, mate. Like, have we never got a budget? Like, you know, like to say, listen, Arteta, you little prick, there's 100 mil, go and spend it. And then when we start selling players, maybe use that for the fucking squad. Do you know what I mean? But as you say, there's 3 transfers that are going around. We can make 200 million. Yeah, and obviously the only difficult bit would be is getting all the cunts out at the same time, which I appreciate is difficult. Do you know what I mean? But you don't ask the earth for them. I do think the English players should be able to sell themselves, even if it is Nathan Miles, Willock, obviously 7 in 7, and Nketiah maybe is the hardest one. But do you know what I mean? An English player, as they always say, has a premium, and we should be able to get money on them. Xhaka, come on, he's meant to play for Switzerland and be the fucking best midfielder since sliced bread. Surely you must be able to get 20 million for him. That's a 14 million pound loss, mate. Bellerin must be able to get 20 mil for him, surely. And the 3 transfers that are worth a piss, a David Alaba, a Gigi Wijnaldum, or a Donnarumma, why does it always seem to be them? They're the ones that are out of reach for Arsenal, and we'll be linked with a Ryan Bertrand instead on a free transfer. What about Eric Garcia at Man City? Didn't this prick that we've got as a manager coach Man City? Couldn't he be there talking to him and saying, Eric, come in as a defender? Do you know what I mean? There's never centre half. Let's have it right. This guy has done something that no Arsenal player has played. He played in the semi-final last season of the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. But then they're smart as well. Remember, one of the smartest things they ever done was getting rid of Coutinho. Everyone thought it was going to hurt them, 137 million. If Arsenal put 50 million pounds on the table now, we'd take them from Barcelona. In fact, would you do that? Mate, if you had the choice of 30 million Aouar, 40 million Emi Buendia, or 50 million Coutinho, Who would you go for? I'll tell you who's had the most success in the Premier League out of Ronaldo and Coutinho. And while obviously he's got no Premier League experience. So who would you take out of them three midfielders? Exactly. And even though, for me personally, because I thought about the whole Aguero thing, I thought, because you couldn't have two 32-year-olds coming on 33, I was thinking maybe he would be sold. Because when you heard him talk about him, and good comment, in the summer, it actually looked like he was interested in him. Because he basically, in not so many words, but he basically said, Aguero has got something Uber hasn't, and it was a hint on the overall intelligence of a footballer. Something to them sort of effects. Like, he wasn't sagging off Uber, he was just saying, like, basically, Aguero was the complete one. So you wouldn't wish the extra money. What about you? Awar will flop and Coutinho is better than Buendia. So I'd pick, and so would I. Long Bergkamp, thank you. At the end of the day, 50 million is a lot of money. At the end of the day, Barcelona didn't spend 137 million on him for no reason. He didn't play for Bayern Munich for no reason. Let's look at the last three teams he's played for. Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. You have to be a half-decent player, in my opinion. And I think at 50 mil, it wouldn't be the worst. Imagine if we could put 30 down and owe them the other 20. Do you know what I mean? But I'd imagine they'd want the whole 50 mil. But that's what I'm saying. I think me and Lundbergkamp would rather keep Willock and Smith Rowe to fight for the number 10 than go and put 25, 30 on Awar, who had a shit season last year. Let's have it right. Willock had a better season than him. Smith Rowe probably had a better season than Awar statistically. In France as well, it's easier in France. And when it comes to Buendia, he didn't do it in the Premier League when he had the chance at Norwich. And other people did shine. Godfrey shined. Jamal Lewis shined, got a move to Newcastle. Max Aaron shined. Thomas Pukki, let it be for only a couple of months, shined. Mate, I haven't seen enough of him. Like, to be honest with you, is he even getting in their team? I read about this. Is he the guy that basically, he ain't even getting in the team, so we're after him. I haven't seen enough of him. I do watch German football, and yeah, I don't know. Mate, who can you see? Every time you see Bayern Munich, I just see Lewandowski scoring goals. I can't. The girl's made a tea. She's still here, but I'll be getting out in a second. Just over an hour, guys. But yeah, Coutinho has got a Premier League experience, mate, and I do see him as a risk as well at 50 million. But not as much as a 30 million risk on Awar or a 40 million risk on Buendia. Buendia could be a bang-on average footballer, mate. And then Smith Rowe robs his place back off him. And yeah, we're sitting there with a £40 million shit cunt. Yeah, we have been linked with him, but I honestly don't know enough about him. I'd never say, man, yes and no. I don't go with what media say and speculation, do you know what I mean? And YouTube clips, we know what they're like as well. They made Yaya Sanogo look good once upon a time, do you know what I mean? And yeah, Champions League next. And the Tuchel, man, after we beat Chelsea, man, 1-0, fuck me, they lost the FA Cup, they lost another league game to Aston Villa, and that's the Champions League. Fuck me. Mourinho's going to be pissed because he was being gassed at how he started, and yeah, crumbled the last few games at Chelsea, but yeah. Who are Arsenal to put Chelsea right back now? He's had it right. I can't believe Villarreal won the Europa League. Wow, Emery deemed not good enough for Arsenal. He never finished 8th in the Premier League either. Where was he 5th?
Gets results, for your beliefs, that is absolutely unbelievable.
But this is the thing, I could be so wrong. But that's what I mean, and it isn't a cuss or a jibe. I'm just saying, mate. As I say, sometimes I don't catch Italian football and blah blah blah. I catch fucking Premier League football every day of my life, and I honestly don't remember when Norwich was in the Premier League. Remember, they did beat Man City 3-2. I don't even remember him having a big say that day. he wasn't really doing the assists, and he wasn't really. And I know I appreciate it was Norwich, and it's going to be hard for any team coming up at Brentford for an Ivan Toney to carry on scoring goals at Brentford and etc. etc. But Pookie did look good. Max Aarons looked good. Jamal Lewis got a move to Newcastle. Godfrey went Everton. I never heard of Buendia then. People weren't screaming about we've got to get Buendia in January when Norwich was in the Premier League because he was smashing up the Premier League. So I just see it as way too much of a risk. He's had 2 brilliant seasons, both when they come up from the Championship.
I mean, he's coached a team to come through that. As always said, to win it 4 times.
I've slightly just seen bits of both of these guys, brothers, and yeah, brother. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know why I'm sort of choosing a lot more Premier League players, and I know they come with a premium, but Basuma, White, Max Aarons, I know that's Championship, or even a Lamptey, they're all English or Premier League kind of players, but that I'm trying to look at. And Grealish as well. That finished that for me. Seriously, all 4. If I could have 4 main signings, a right back Aarons, a centre back Ben White, midfielder Basuma, attacking midfielder Grealish, they're all English or either play in this country, mate. And that's the kind of security I'm looking for. And again, there's no guarantees of these guys coming in and doing well, but because look at the players we got from Chelsea, you'd think they wouldn't need to settle in, Louise and Willian especially. But yeah, who the fuck is that? Pedro who? Where's he playing, brother? That's missed me. Unless it's the way you spelled it, but I don't doubt you. But mate, we've been linked with about 110 players in the last 48 hours. It is kind of ridiculous. I know it's just transfer speculation and blah blah blah. When I try and look at it, I try and look at either the best sources or the sources that done best last year, like the Tierney's and parties coming up. You know what I mean? Pepe's and. But yeah. See, bro. Bertrand Woodman. Oh, Sander Berg. Now, rumours is he could be available for about 12 mil. He was injured a lot of last season, mate. Totally again unsure. Like, what is wrong with Basuma at 35 mil? Again, it's a bit more money, but I think it's a lot better player from what I've seen. Maybe I see a lot more of Brighton. But I think players from this country, mate, people that know what their jobs are. Do you know what I mean? Well, they know what they've got to do straight away. Saliba, I hope he comes in and hits the ground running, because remember, he's in his 3rd year of his Arsenal contract when he comes back next season. Grealish, Aarons, Basuma, White. On top of that, that's it. Exactly. And then if we were fortunate after that, mate, 1 or 2 young players. We've been linked with so many of these young little guys from Brazil. That's another thing. Let me just get a drink. Edu, isn't he Brazilian? Why aren't we tapping up half of the American, the Brazilian fucking league? There's meant to be that Kiki Fernandez, the Santos defender, 17. He's been playing for them. I watched him playing in a derby a few weeks ago against Boca Juniors. There's the Mateus or Matheus Martinelli. You know what I mean? Why aren't we tapping up any young Brazilian kids? Why are we always taking long or waiting for the deal to come to us or waiting for like the free transfer? I don't know what else I'm waiting for, mate. I'm looking for a fucking bottle opener. Fuck me, what do I do with things? Alright, let's cancel the bottle opener for a minute until I seem to spot it in the house. Huh. Alright, mate, that's definitely run away from me. Alright, internet box dropped, fuck me. But yeah, George, Brazilian as well, we're linked with him, mate. And thank you so much, brother. And yeah, I think we're definitely on the same page for this transfer window. I think me and you have already agreed if it can't be the Grealish, there's got to be a medium. For me, the medium in the attacking midfield is just leave it as it is, the Smith Rowe and Willock. And yeah, get a really good winger, I suppose. I want that fucking drink open. Where's my bottle opener? I'm so sorry about this. You're keeping me in a wiki conversation, so I feel like I can't duck over. So, there's the bottle opener. Bang. But yeah, you're gonna have to come on the stream one night because clearly I could talk to you all night long. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, imagine that, bros. None of them should need time to settle in. Grealish, Aarons, Basuma, White. Them four there. Now let's do the lineup for next season, yeah? We haven't got a goalkeeper, by the way. But anyway, we'll come back to that. In goal, we'll come back to be confirmed. I'd rather sell Leno and get anyone for 20 mil. But anyway, in goal, whoever. Right back, Aarons. Left back, Tierney. Centre back, White and Gabriel, and that'll be a Saliba on the bench. Fuck Kamari and Holding. That's why I wanted them two can go, particularly Holding. He likes the left-footed, right-footed thing at centre back. So we've got two left-footed players, Mari, Gabriel, two right-footed, Saliba, White. That works for me. But anyway, on with the team. Basuma, party midfield. Grealish to number 10. Saka left, Pepe right, Uber up front. No problem, my brother. You know, I've already got one actually. But all right, I'll give you that 2 minutes. We'll go on for about hour 15. I do have to get out of here. Got a couple of bits to do. Shout out to everyone on the stream, old and new. Please get a like on the video. We can turn off BT Sports now. See what else is going on in the world.
Moldavaki was the longest penalty shootout in any UEFA final. They believe Spurs are looking for a softer manager. It would be easier to manage. So we're not getting any indication this evening that there have been any talks between Antonio Conte and Spurs.
Antonio Conte linked to Spurs, guys.
It would be a fantastic job. It is very attractive. They've got arguably the best stadium in the world, arguably the best training ground in the world. Harry Kane, if he stays.
Guys, why isn't Conte even linked to Tottenham?
And money would be made available for the next manager. But I think there are problems. There are problems about his personality, about the fact that he's fallen out with people he's worked with.
That's a bit of a shocker. If Conte walked out and win the fucking championship in Italy for Tottenham, mate, what the fuck is my club doing? Seriously. Get them shitty Riz out of the way. I need to go shop soon for some reason. Guys, get a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Shouts out to Villarreal, man. Bang, bang. 11 penalties. Bigging up DJ DQ. What's going on, my brother? Shouts out to little man Brandon Jimmy. What's going on? Man, you bastards. Been linked with Conte. I thought it was Pochettino in the morning. That's Conte.
24 goals this season, added into one Serie A, and he's paid tribute to
Fuck me.
This is what he wrote. 2014, we spoke for the first time, and we have had a bond ever since.
Conte linked with Tottenham. Fuck me, that's just stumped me, innit? Imagine Arsenal still trying to go into a season of Arteta. And Conte could. If he walks out and into Milan, you bastard.
All that matters to you, and I'm glad that I've had you as a coach.
And good evening to everyone tonight. Unai Emery, Europa League champion, we're going to call him.
It was a pleasure to play for you. Thank you for all that you did. I owe you a lot, Antonio Conte.
Hold on, what has Conte done? Right, someone clue me up. Obviously, I haven't been in most of the day. Has he walked out?
In a betting company, was investigated over claims of a stake in a Malta-based company, and now he has been punished.
Can someone clue me up? What's going on?
Also been fined.
I just see a statement from Lukaku. It seems to be about Conte as well. Guys, someone clue me up on the stream, man.
Leicester are close to a deal with Lille to sign Boubakary Soumaré for a fee which could rise to £18 million.
Oh my God.
Soumaré's a 22.
Oh my God, where the fuck is Yakib? Leicester are about to sign Soumaré for a deal that could be worth up to 18.
Until after his involvement with France at the under-21 European Championships. Finals begin next.
Oh, I don't believe this. Yakib, are you there?
And there'll be no resolution on Gareth Bale's future until after the European Championships. We're told no date has been set for talks to resume.
Oh my God, Conte parts ways with Inter Milan. Why an Arsenal in for him? Gooners. Oh my fucking God. Gooners, why is Arteta not sacked?
Bale has a year left on his deal in Spain. We're told by reports that he'll consider
oh my God.
Oh,
Yakib, are you there? Because I've got to go. I'm going to have to get onto Twitter and start ranting and screaming. I might have another video in about an hour. I can't believe this. That's just shocked me, Gooners. Guys, get a like on the video. Please. That's just unbelievable. That's just hit me like a fucking ton of bricks.
Barcelona are understood to be willing to let the former Liverpool player leave, although he has 2 years still to go on a deal in Spain.
Mate, he's been linked to Tottenham. He's parted ways, and Tottenham are straight in, mate. Mate, make the statement, sack Arteta tonight. Mate, he's just won the league in Italy.
His Milan debut in 2015 when he was just 16 years of age. Donnarumma has won 25 caps for Italy.
So what's that about Donnarumma? Is he going to Juventus?
Wilshere's future is unclear.
Mate, the fucking... Mate, and the merry-go-round. Look, AC Milan have signed a goalkeeper today. It looks like Donnarumma's leaving.
And he added that he doesn't know if this is the end of his time with the club. He played 17 games for them in his latest
I'm absolutely in shock, mate.
Lost in the playoffs to Brentford and will have to regroup for another season in the
I'm absolutely in shock, mate. Teams are going to start buying people from the next few days, mate. We're going to be left behind.
Raul Jimenez won't be considered for the national team this summer.
Unreal, guys.
Recovery from a fractured skull.
Listen, Conte hasn't quit fucking Inter Milan for no reason. He obviously knows where he's going. It's pretty much like Harry Kane saying he's leaving Tottenham. I have a feeling that motherfucker from Totti knew where he was going. Exactly.
The France squad as his team begin their preparations for the Euros, and France boss said his selection was a non-event.
What do you want to talk about, girl? What's up?
After a near 6-year exile.
We're talking football. We're talking Conte. Fuck me. Mate. I'm absolutely shocked at that. Fuck me, guys. I'm absolutely shocked. Yeah, zero. Absolutely none. Like, not even a statement of intent from the club to say, all right, we tried to duck from the Super League. And we're going to buy players. Dumped out of the Europa League, do you know what I mean? Like, how shit has it got to get? Eighth, what are we going to finish next season? Fuck me. How bad will it have to get next season? Like, up until Christmas before, you know what I mean?
His appreciation for his Real Madrid teammates.
I'm absolutely in shock. I'm absolutely in shock, guys. In shock. Conte is coming back to the Premier League. Fuck me. Yeah, hopefully he's coming back to a fucking Harry Kane-less fucking Tottenham. Unless Kane will fucking give it another season or this little bastard. Conte would have loved him to have not been in this little fucking Europa Conference fucking dickhead league. He won the league when he had no fucking European commitment to Chelsea. Oh, most definitely. DJ's definitely cool. Most definitely.
Have not made the final Netherlands squad for the Euros.
Could depend on your intentions now. Yeah, DJ's definitely cool to add. But guys, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I can't believe Conte, what a bombshell. Shouts out to Villarreal winning the Europa League, but man, why would we be wanting to go into a season with fucking Arteta at the helm? Why?
Wijnaldum, who looks set to join Barcelona this summer, is also included by De Boer. Netherlands are in Group C.
Wijnaldum going Barcelona as well. The merry-go-round has started, guys.
Now, goals from the feud between
and Arsenal being left behind. Guys, on that note, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Shouts out to Lumbercamp, Linda, DJ BQ, Yakib, anyone else that is in the stream today. I'm absolutely in shock at the Conte news, man. He hasn't fucking walked out of Inter Milan after breaking Juventus' dominance for no reason. His next job is sorted. Is it Tottenham Hotspur, guys? Is it Tottenham fucking Hotspur?
Right, next we've got news of an increased ticket allocation for Brentford and Swansea fans.
Henderson's going to get pissed off at Man United. I was saying on a stream a couple of days ago, if David De Gea plays tonight, that's going to piss off Henderson. So, yeah, I'll be trying to grab Henderson this summer. But guys, I'm out of here, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Backfiring in the next video. And yeah, people get at me if you want to work with me over the Euros. So, yeah, do you know what I mean? Let's get all our nations out on the table, see what we want to fucking talk about. Guys, on that note, thanks for all the love. Good night. I'm out of here. Now I have to go and scream on Twitter about this content thing. Respect to you all, yeah. Good night. Danny AFC TV. Leave in the building, yeah. Good night, everyone.